All right. Now we're moving on to our last group of speakers here, and I am very, very pleased to bring up two individuals from a very important organization that's going to play an even more critical role in the years to come. They are from the Asian Pacific Islander Legal Outreach. Please welcome Dean Ito Taylor and Maria Geneva Reyes.
Good evening. Thank you for coming tonight. It's very supportive to see everyone here and such a great turnout. We at API Legal Outreach have spent 40 years defending immigrant communities and the rights of survivors of domestic violence, the rights of seniors, the rights of youth, and we're feeling a little under a dark cloud because of these elections. We took them a little bit personally. All of our constituents were under attack by this new administration. Women, youth, those with disabilities, and we took it personally, but we should all take this personally. This is about us. This is not about the people down the street or the people in another state. This is about us. One thing that came home to us from the election was progressive social change is a way of life. It has to be our way of life. There is no victory or defeat. There's no next stage. There's only the challenges that we're going to face going forward. And we are the antidote for the Trump disease. We are the antidote for the hate and bigotry coming from that new administration. Our demographics in this country are changing. We're going to look a lot different years from now as a country, but it's slow. And until that happens, we need to continue to push for the changes that we demand. In the 60s and 70s, you know, we were all about revolution and protests. And we thought that we were changing the world. Well, we were wrong. The world is slow. We're a little faster than we thought, and the world has not caught up to us. So we know that it's going to take a new generation, this generation from the youth that we've heard has great strength for us. And so we need to support that new generation and maybe another generation and continue to teach and support our young people. If you are standing on the sidelines, and I'm sure there are some tourists or what have you coming by, going to ramen or whatever, if you're standing on the side, maybe you're just waiting for your taxes to go down. Get some help. Get some education, study history, get some therapy. Remember that we have come from certain places, that we have advanced because others have sacrificed. Remember where we came from and where we are going. As we approach the holidays, and I can't help but reflect on that with all these lights, as we approach the holidays, please take time during those holidays to appreciate your mothers, sisters, daughters, aunts, nieces, partners, and friends for their unparalleled strength and wisdom as women. Work to promote their power, their self-esteem, and their rights to be free from violence. The violence that apparently is just locker room talk. Talk to your Muslim, African American, Latino friends and relatives, your LGBTQ friends and relatives about our common histories, our commitments, and our commitments to stand with them. Just as very few stood with us during the darkest days of American history. We are them and they are us, and we need to continue to remind ourselves and not stand on the sidelines. Our youth have been injured by this campaign. They have been injured. We need to take some time and care to explain and protect them from the ignorance of the Trump campaign and those that promote the hate and bigotry that we've heard. Get strong over the holidays. Prepare for the challenges ahead. Be careful where you shop. Who are those merchants supporting? What are those companies supporting? There are so many ways that we can make a difference. Our dollars are the primary motivation for many people in this country. Be discriminating. Be vigilant. We're going to need you in 2017. We are so proud of this community for coming together tonight, and we thank you for this opportunity. But let's come together for so many different times in the future. We have at least 2, 4, 6, maybe 8 years of this that we have to push through. So please help us. The struggle continues, but we will succeed, we will prevail. And I want to thank Geneva Reyes for joining us. She is our DACA advocate for San Francisco, our DACA coordinator.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Maria Geneva Reyes, and I'm the DACA outreach coordinator at API Legal Outreach. I'm not one to use quotes, but this reminds me of the issues we face today and the division of our country is facing through these tough times. Individually, we are one drop. Together, we are an ocean. This election has been a roller coaster for everyone. We as a community have been in a stage of confusion and uncertainty for different reasons. As I watched the 2016 election coverage and Hillary's decision to concede, a lot of things came to my mind. As President-elect Trump spoke, I became conscious but also mindful of the fears faced by multiple DACA recipients I work with. DACA has given these individuals a sense of security during these past years. Before the election, I went to schools to educate students and their counselors about the multiple benefits DACA has and how much recipients have accomplished. Today, I come to their schools to educate their counselors, teachers, and parents about their rights as undocumented immigrants in the United States because of the fear they have of getting detained and deported. I encourage them to collaborate with organizations that have worked with undocumented immigrants and advocate for those who can't speak out because it's overwhelming to face difficulties on our own. But when we come together, we can make an impact. So tonight, I encourage you to be aware of the challenges undocumented immigrants face and stand in solidarity for those who can't speak out. Thank you.
And for those of you that are not familiar with DACA, it is Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals.